Daryl Green, what do you wish you had more time for? I wish I had more time for making these Star Citizen videos. I was working on them like crazy. I knew I was burning a lot of bridges with my fan base. That wasn't my intention. I was compelled to do it, and I don't know what else to say. I was just compelled, and I remain to this day utterly convinced that this is the answer in the future. I remain absolutely convinced that that millennials are checking out of society because it's all social justice warriors and they have no chance to fight it, and so they simply bow their heads and say, "You're right. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm male. I'm sorry. I'm straight. I'm sorry. I'm Christian. I'm sorry. I'm American." All this stuff, and they go down and they get to live in a world which is more real than the one we live in, where you can have consequences and drive fast and blow things up, what every red-blooded young man wants to do. And I rode that as far as I could until the point when I realized I can't. I just have to give it up. I can't do it anymore. And Scott had just come on, and we were doing Bill Whittle Now, and a couple weeks after that, I just remember saying, "Okay, that's it. You just got to stop it." And I'd like to pick it up again. And I have a chance to do it. There's a chance to do it on the cheap, and there's also a chance perhaps to do it on a much larger scale. So I am going to start looking at that after Oshkosh. Some of the people I need to talk to about it are gone to Oshkosh. But I will say, having given it up, I know a person who essentially is, was born in front of Unreal Engine 4, which is what I want to do the videos in. And I asked him if he would be available to help me. So there's one possibility of really doing it on the cheap. And doing it on the cheap means I would send him characters. He would do the conversion of the characters, and he would get them rigged. Once they're correctly rigged, I've got the stuff to do the facial motion capture, body motion capture, and stuff. And it suddenly dawned on, it's not like suddenly dawned on me, but having had to give it up because I had no choice, I realized that if I did it this way, it might take a long time. But what I would basically do is say, give me this scene in Unreal, and I will direct the camera, and I'll put the motion capture there. Here's the props I need or whatever, and just keep handing him assets, and he would hand me back scenes, and the characters would be in the scene, and then I would basically be given the little puppet show, and I'd make it all work. And I think there's a good chance of that happening. And so I just want to see output again. I know during that year I was working on those things, I was just so excited seeing the tests and costume tests and render tests, and it was just great. And I miss it very much. So that's definitely something I wish I had more time for. And I think I have the time to do that. And it does look like there's going to be more of these Apollo 11 type shows. So I'm going to be a busy boy, but that's good. It's good to be a busy boy. So that's, I think, the one thing I wish I had more time for in terms of, the work. Let's see. Matt Nielsen, sorry. If you could have one aircraft as a personal plane, any one, what would it be? P-51, F-100, F-15, B-36? Excellent question.